questions lined up right here on my handy laptop, and I will answer each question as thoroughly as possible. I wanted to do this tag because I wanted to introduce my channel to you guys, so here we go. So question 1 is, why did you start this channel? I started this channel because I am a avid reader as well as booktube enthusiast. I love books, I love talking about books, and I think on any platform that I've joined so far, I think it's because I'm just a very talkative person, and this one just allows, this platform, this book platform allows me to talk more about my opinions and thoughts regarding books, and that's why I really wanted to join it, because I get to talk to you guys instead of just typing everything out, which is just not my style. So, yeah. Question 2. What are some fun and unique things I can bring to Booktube? Well, I think my personality is one unique thing I can bring to Booktube. I also dabble a lot in different arts and stuff, and I really want to bring more of that into this channel. So I love expressing creativity and just expressing myself in general, so I think that will be something that would bring a lot to my channel. Question number 3. What am I most excited about for this new channel? I'm most excited to share my bookish thoughts and opinions and just talk about books with all of you guys. And I love, like, books are such a big part of my life and have influenced me in such a way that I can't even, like, phrase it, which is funny because books are filled with sentences, but excited to, you know, share what I'm reading or what I've recently bought, and you guys can tell me, like we can, or recommend books to beginners, or just books that I really enjoyed, just talk bookish things, and honestly, I'm just so excited about that. Like, it's a very plain answer, but I'm just really excited to discuss books. And you guys are all, I'm assuming, readers, and I think that is also another very exciting question number 4. Why do I love reading? I love reading because it allows me to escape my current predicaments and problems. It allows me to escape my mind and read through someone else's perspective and kind of help analyze their problems instead of mine. You know, very empathetic person, and reading has helped me kind of come to terms with my creativity. Question number 5. I'm giving you a high five right there. What book or series got me into reading? This is a really hard question. There's one series and there's one particular book that got me into reading. The series that got me into thinking about reading was The Hunger Games. It was the most popular series while I was growing up. I remember reading it as an 11-year-old and loving it. But I loved The Hunger Games. I loved reading that, and it just really brought about, like, this love for stories. But the fundamental book that I think for my love of reading is To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. This is probably one of my top 10 favorite books of all time. I love To Kill a Mockingbird with a passion. This book got me into reading because it made me realize that reading isn't just, you know, I think we all, or the majority of us, have that, like, notion that reading is just boring. Like, you're just sitting there and you're reading when we're younger, because looking up to teenagers, and most of the teenagers we looked up to weren't into reading. That's kind of what happened with me. Like, my older brother didn't read much, so I didn't read much. But with To Kill a Mockingbird, it showed me, like, a difference between siblings, and, like, it's okay to be your own person. But it also, like, just really, it impacted me in such a strong way that I just couldn't not continue reading books, and I have been reading ever since. So question number 6. What question would I ask my favorite booktubers? If you were an animal, what animal would you want to be? It's a really hard question. I'm curious. That's one question. I mean, I don't know. I have no idea. Question number 7. What challenges do I think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? I think the hardest to overcome for me personally are just coming up with video ideas. I have no idea what content I'm going to be putting out. Something that I just really think will be a tough thing to overcome is the consistency of uploading and coming up with ideas, but I will overcome that challenge, and yeah, that was a really boring answer. I'm very sorry. Number 8. When did I start reading? I started reading, I'd say, well, like, physically reading, I mean, it's just flicker. But I started reading, I guess, around the normal age, like, physically reading, but getting into, like, my own, like, reading as a recreational activity, I'd say it was about 11, 12, where I really got into it. But, like, I'd say avid reading, probably, like, 15, unfortunately, because I was really lazy, and I finally found To Kill a Mockingbird at 15, which I talked about earlier. So, question 9. I keep missing a finger. This question is, where do I read? Typically, I will read in my bedroom because it's my safe spot. It's where no one will bother me, and I'm a quiet reader. I like to read in the... God damn! It's really windy outside. But I mostly read in my room because I'm a very quiet and introverted reader, and if I really want to finish a book, I cannot be around people because I'm going to be tempted, and yeah, it's where I get the most productive reading done. Or in the summer, I go to my cottage and we have a hammock laid out, and I just lay in the hammock and read. But yeah, those are my, like, top places to read. And the final question, question number 10. What kind of books do I like to read? So obviously, throughout this video, you've been seeing my bookshelf, so it's majoritarily YA. A lot of color. But yeah, no, I just majoritarily read YA. I'd say my top genre would be YA fantasy. But I'm a big fan of, like, pretty much anything. I'm a pretty easy to please reader, but I usually go to fantasy. It's just my, like, safety. So yeah, that was the Booktube Newbie Tag. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, and it would mean a lot to me if you guys subscribed, and comment down below. What? Bye!